spoke to them. Jeremy Chips.
Carolyn Collins. Carolyn, you did have a box marked. Are you still here? Okay. And then we're back to Curtis Miller.
My name is Kim Wright, and I'm here with an organization called Midwest Environmental Advocates. We're a statewide nonprofit law center, and we've received lots and lots of calls from folks in the area. Okay. First of all, I want to start off by respectfully disagreeing with your characterization of your lack of discretion for having an EIS even under the current NR 150. The last DNR board meeting I was at, a full EIS was done on a parking lot at a shooting range because neighbors were pretty upset about it. So I know you have the discretion to do this under the law.
Misunderstood. I'm not saying we don't have it. I'm saying that currently with what we've looked at, we haven't chosen to embark on that, but that's why we're here.
Great. And I also then want to say that I think this process is backwards. Just as somebody else talked about, there are incredibly smart, retired, professional people who have worked hard and have brought forth lots of good information. To make this sort of the afterthought of having people come is just backwards. This should have happened at the beginning, and in the past, I'm a former DNR employee, and in the past, we would have had earlier public involvement in something so important, and that clearly the public has not been quiet. I think it's been very apparent. So I don't really want to go over, I think everybody provided very good information under NR 150, why you have the discretion and why an environmental impact statement is called for. So I don't want to go over that. We will provide technical comments. But another thing I wanted to say is part of the calls we've had are really smart professional people couldn't figure out the process, who to ask. Information was not available, and it sounds like the record isn't even complete yet. So I don't know how the public can be informed and participate when they don't even have information. So I just think the process is not meaningful public participation, and this really demands it. One of the things people haven't talked about, and this is from my experience in working for DNR and also years of conservation, I was the manager of the stewardship grant program. I myself made millions of dollars of grants to both nonprofit land trusts and local communities here in the Marsh, on trails. And I'm guessing that there is NAWCA and WACON money, those are federal funds, that would require a really specific analysis for losing any recreational value. It's one of the most complicated things we used to have to do is the whole 6F process. So I haven't seen anywhere in the record that that has been looked at. So one other thing I want to say is that there's so much information within the department itself that just hasn't been considered. The Wiki Stormwater Committee on the DNR's website, as a DNR committee, has predicted 25 to 150% increase in precipitation in the next 30 years in this part of the state. And I haven't seen anywhere that has been considered in making this decision in a marsh that's really critical to floodplain water. So we'll provide technical comments, but I guess as lawyers that have provided information for citizens, we've just been so shocked. We've had to do a lot of research to try to answer people's questions that weren't answered anywhere else. That isn't meaningful public participation.